we will actually discuss why the game was a lot better before than it is now. The main reason is the premium vehicles, because there are just too many premium tanks in the game nowadays. And in early game there were like 5 or 6 premium tanks, like one for each nation. And today it is like, let's say it like this, that maybe there are more premium tanks than Tech 3 tanks, so the game got ruined by money, you know. uh, I mean, I don't blame Wargaming, they are a company, but actually they could reduce the premium tank quantity, and maybe a little bit more focus on quality of the game, because today most of the players have at least one premium tank in the game. I know I have them like 25, but I earn them on early game events. So I mean, that's like skill based, not pay to win. I actually bought some of them like i6 and i5 and CDC, but most of them were like skill based or just lucky that I got like T34 or T54 mod 1 for the early game event that actually was the early concept of today crates that we see today in the shop, that actually ruined, let's not ruined, but actually lowered the quality of the players, because nowadays almost every player has the T22 or some other tank that they actually got in the crates. I don't mean the good players. The good players don't get them, but actually the players that pay the money get them, that pay a lot of money, they get them, because that's just how it works. So, and also when you had those premium tanks early in the game, they weren't overpowered like WZ or Scorpion G. They were like just for credits, just to actually help you to grind credits and free XP for the game. So that is the main problem. Most of them are today overpowered, like CDC, Scorpion G, or maybe even IS-3 Defender, I don't know. And some of them are actually underpowered, like IS-6 and IS-5. But that's not the point of today's video, that's actually topic for another video. So another problem with the game is that actually in any tank in nowadays game, the World of Tanks Blitz, you cannot actually feel like you are in the tank. I remember early day game that actually was spectacular, because if you were driving like i6, nothing could get through, because today you have like light tanks or medium tanks with penetration of a tank destroyer, and that just ruined the concept of the heavy tank. No light tank or no medium tank should have the penetration of a heavy tank or a tank destroyer. They're just getting way out of their role. You can actually remember before this update, the Sheridan, you couldn't feel like a heavy tank in a Mouse or E100 or Yagaru, you just was gone. But let's say that actually Wargaming fixed that thing, but okay. So the third problem actually, is the player base, because most of the players actually are in the stage like 40 to 50%. No, they don't have the basic knowledge for the game, to play with quality. How to say that? They cannot perform certain roles in the game, like most of them just get new premium tanks and they just piss everyone off because those tanks are usually in crates now or sold for a huge amount of money. So remember the T22 medium that was in the crates. I was very lucky that I actually got it in the second crate. So I'm playing it, I'd say okay. I'm not like 70% player, but I'm 50% player, so I play it like 52-53% win ratio. Then the tanks like WZ actually, why is Wargaming doing this? Because they know that actually new players will think that if tank is overpowered. So imagine yourself as a new player, and you actually go into battle in, let's say, RHM or something that actually isn't so overall perfect, like Chiri tier 7 Japanese tank. So imagine yourself as a new player rolling into the battle with that tank, and suddenly boom, you get ambushed by the WZ tank destroyer tier 8 premium. So you cannot do anything because you are a sluggish medium tank. Your penetration is actually shit, and all you can do is to circle him, but actually you're too slow and he's too fast for the circling maneuver. And then you're thinking to yourself, well, that's fucked up. Or I'm going to buy this tank and play it like a pro because it's a broken premium tank, or I'm just going to quit the game because I have to get to the tier 10 to actually stop finding these players that actually get this tank and stay on the tier 10. But I'll actually, as a new player, I'll have to like grind 2 months for the tier 10 because I actually don't understand the mechanics of the game just yet. So those are probably the two thoughts that actually every new player gets that when encountering overpowered tanks like that. So if you can't win, join them. It's like that. So that's pretty screwed up. So I think that's the reason why the most players actually gave up this game. And also on other YouTube channels you can actually see that many players, ex-players, actually say that I'm glad that I stopped playing this game on time, so it doesn't consume my time and money anymore. Because I will always say this, that Wargaming is a company and I actually understand them, what are they doing, but actually I think that they actually should do some limitations, So if you want to buy a broken premium tank, you actually have to be a good player, like over 60% 60% win ratio and like over 10,000 games. Average damage maybe also like 1,500 average damage, So those are the limitations that they actually could do, but they are not doing it, because they actually don't care that much about player base. They actually care about money because they are a company, but they don't understand that actually they are not helping the game and player base to develop, So that is the thing that actually they should improve. The other thing that was actually better when the early game started is that actually many players just waited for the mobile to get onto mobile. So actually most of the players, I believe, were like players that actually played the real World of Tanks. So they were kind of experienced players, you know. If they, I probably think that most of them stopped playing this game, and when they actually would enter again in the game, they would like say, what the fuck is this? This is not World of Tanks, this is World of Fantasy Tanks, broken tanks. So at this stage of the game, it is even worse than it is on the PC. You know, you have RT on PC, you have the Defender on PC, you have it also in here, but it's not as broken as on PC. But actually, what do you have here? You have toxic player base, you have noobs that actually don't know how to play the game by playing regular Tech 3 tanks, but only are buying overpowered and broken premium tanks or collector vehicles, you know, and that actually wargaming should improve. They would actually, I think it would be very beneficial that they actually improved their relationship with the player base, you know, that actually fans of the World of Tanks Blitz actually would feel that they are like the part of wargaming team, you know, that they are actually trying to improve the game with wargaming and not the opposite, you know. But that is the thing that is beyond our control, and we can't influence it by any means, because what I've seen in Metz's videos and the videos of Drudel's Blitz is actually that wargaming is just like ignoring all of their messages that are actually sent to them, you know. So that's not cool by wargaming, but what you're gonna do about it? You can send an email and get a not a single response, you know. So that's also screwed up. So those were actually my reasons why the game got so ruined by players and premium things, you know. So till the next time, guys, see you in the next video. Goodbye. You know what to do. Like, subscribe and share if you actually enjoyed this video. So goodbye and have a good night, guys.